Bishop Lamor Whitehead is no stranger to the limelight and will undoubtedly be remembered not for his sermons, but more so for the bizarre headlines that he's gotten himself in. From flashy jewelry to expensive clothes and automobiles, the bishop has turned heads and has millions of people talking. Whitehead initially went viral from getting his expensive jewelry taken while doing a live stream church service to having a scuffle with a lady inside his church. Although this is my first video pertaining to the bishop and his shenanigans, I've actually watched a few of his Facebook lives, and it appeared to me that he was somewhat of a solid dude. But these latest events that have unfolded has me thinking otherwise. Bishop Whitehead has been arrested on charges of fraud and extortion, adding another layer of chaos and judgment from the world who view pastors, ministers, and bishops as money-hungry, narcissistic hypocrites who only look out for themselves. So in this video, we'll be discussing the charges, the backstory, and more. Welcome back to Set Apart YouTube channel, where we empower people to live a purposeful and set apart life through Christian commentary. So please like, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to turn on your notifications so you'll never miss out on when I upload. Now, to set the record straight, as of now, these are all allegations, but I must talk about the modest church building compared to the bishop's extravagance in designer clothes, shoes, chains, bracelets, and watches. Could the fraudulent activities be the reason for his wealth? I guess only time will tell. We all know how expensive real estate is in New York, so that could very well be the reason for the uninspiring worship center, but who am I? You must know that rumors and stories of his criminal activities in fraudulent ways have been floating around way before these current allegations, so I'm not really surprised of what now has transpired. So let's get into the specifics. According to the New York Post, Bling Bishop Lamor Whitehead, the flashy Brooklyn preacher who was robbed at gunpoint during a church service earlier this year, was arrested by federal agents for allegedly scamming a member of his congregation, among other charges. Whitehead, who preaches a prosperity gospel, drives a Rolls Royce, and often wears pricey jewelry and Gucci suits, was indicted on 2 counts of wire fraud, 1 count of extortion, and 1 count of making material false statements for lying to the FBI. If convicted, he faces a maximum of 65 years in prison. The feds allege Whitehead, 44, swindled one of his parishioners out of $90,000 of her retirement savings by promising to use the cash to buy her a home and instead blowing it on luxury goods and clothing, according to the indictment. In another alleged scheme, he extorted a businessman for $5,000 and asked the man to lend him $500,000. Promising he could obtain favorable actions by the New York City government in exchange for the cash and interest in real estate transactions, the indictment states. His campaign of fraud and deceit stops now, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said in a statement after Whitehead's arrest. If you are willing to attempt to obtain funds through false promises or threats, the FBI will ensure that you are made to face the consequences for your actions in our criminal justice system, FBI Assistant Director Michael J. Driscoll added in a statement. Whitehead pleaded not guilty at his arraignment in Manhattan federal court and was released on a $500,000 bond. The preacher, who lives in New Jersey, will also have his travel restricted to the tri-state area as part of his bond package. As previously mentioned, these are all allegations. However, people's lives are being affected by all of this in a negative way. The robbery that occurred at his church has nothing to do with these new allegations because the perpetrators were caught. So let's not be quick to lump that case into this one. But there definitely has been some shady things done by the bishop, in my opinion. People have actually lost their hard-earned money dealing with Bishop Whitehead, which is no laughing matter. And I found the entire situation very disturbing. Do you feel as if the government has turned a blind eye to all of this and are now pursuing a case against the bishop because he's gaining steam in the social media world? Having said this, we as followers of Jesus need to continue to hold to the standards of the Bible when it comes to holding leaders and pastors accountable for their actions. 1 Timothy, Titus, and a host of other passages talk about leaders, pastors and teachers will be judged more harshly because they are in leadership positions. So what do you think about all of this? So let's listen to actually what Bishop Whitehead had to say about the allegations. So if you're thinking about going into the ministry as a pastor, make sure that you're up for the assignment and have sound accountability around you. It appears that the bishop has no one around him who's keeping him accountable, or maybe he does. Maybe the things that they are saying are going in one ear and out the other. As the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire. So let's actually listen to what the bishop had to say about these allegations.
I was arrested yesterday, and just because you are arrested doesn't make you guilty. It's the way of the world. And we live in a place called America, and you are innocent till proven guilty. So I wanted to come on today to express to everyone that's been asking questions and interviews and things that all the requests, some questions that you guys are asking me. First of all, I want to say that I'm not guilty. I want to make that clear, y'all. That's why I have a smile on my face. I'm in amazing spirit. I'm great. You know what I mean?
So let me know what you think of what Bishop Whitehead had to say about the allegations. And if you're struggling with any personal development issues, please feel free to email me now for your free 1-hour coaching session at lifecoachjscott@gmail.com. It was a pleasure hanging out with you in this video, and I'm eager to hang out with you in the next. Take care and always strive to remain set apart. God bless.